channel, and in this video I'm going to discuss about transition state theory. Transition state theory, it is also called as a activated complex theory. Transition state theory is it is purely based on the physical properties of the reactants like masses, dimensions and sizes and densities. Based on that physical properties of reactants, this theory is proposed. Physical properties of reactants, and whenever there is a high energy containing reactant molecules are making collision between them, and it forms a highly unstable cluster type of molecule. This highly unstable cluster molecule is called as a activated complex. Suppose I am taking the word, there is one A is a high energy containing molecule, B is another high energy containing molecule. Whenever this high energy containing A and B molecules are making collision between them, and it forms a highly unstable cluster molecule. This highly unstable cluster molecule I am taking as a AB star. This AB star is a highly unstable cluster molecule, and which immediately it can be breaking down, and it may be converted into the reactant, or it may be converted into the even product, depending upon that energy of that particular reactants and lifetime of that particular activated complex. So whatever this highly unstable cluster molecule is, this highly unstable cluster molecule is called as it's a activated complex. That's the reason this transition state theory it is also called as a activated complex theory. And this high energy containing molecules, they can make the collision with each other, then it forms a highly unstable cluster type of molecule. This cluster type of molecule is also called as a activated complex. This activated complex, it may be converted back into the reactant, or it may be converted back into converted into the product. So the lifetime of this activated complex, the lifetime of activated complex is small, very small, and based on that energy of the reactant, so it may be converted into the product, or it may be converted back into the reactant. So it is purely based on the energy of the reactants, this energy of reactants, and enthalpy of the reaction or energy of the reaction. So that energy of the reaction, and based on that energy of the reaction, again the reactions are going to be further classified into two types are there. One is the exothermic reaction is one, and another one is the endothermic reaction. Right. So this enthalpy of the reaction or energy of the reaction will mainly affect on the lifetime of that particular activated complex, and this based on this energy of the reaction, and mainly two types of reactions are possible. One is the exothermic reaction is one, and other one is the endothermic reaction is another one. Right. So in this exothermic reaction is one, and other one is there is an endothermic reaction is another one. Generally in the exothermic reaction, there is a energy of the reactants is more than there is an energy of the product, and here endothermic reactions energy of the reactants is less than there is a energy of the product. So here this enthalpy of the reaction or energy of the reaction, and we can write this is in a delta H mod. Delta H value will get here, it is a negative, whereas in the case of this endothermic reaction we are getting this value is a positive value. Right. So this enthalpy of the energy of the reactants is more than the energy of the product in the case of exothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction, here energy of the reactants is less than the energy of the product, and overall here delta H enthalpy of the reaction we are getting negative. Here enthalpy of the reaction you are getting as a positive. To find out this enthalpy of the reaction, whether it is in a positive or negative for exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. So the graphs for the exothermic reaction as well as the endothermic reaction by considering its activation energies. So first we will discuss about this here exothermic reaction. in this exothermic reaction, and here it is in the energy of the reactants is more than the energy of the product mass, so that here energy of this is here it is in reactants are there, and this one is a product, and this one is here it is a EB is nothing but which is a energy barrier. Okay, so here this one is simply here it is a energy, and you can take progress of the reaction is on y-axis, and this one is called as activation energy for the forward reaction, EA of F, activation energy for the forward reaction, whereas this one is simply here it is activation energy for the backward reaction. This one is activation energy for the forward reaction, activation energy for the backward reaction. The difference between these two is it's a enthalpy of the reaction, and which can be represented by a symbol delta H. Okay, and in the same way, and I can write for the, this is for the exothermic reaction, and I can write for the exothermic reaction, this is for the exothermic reaction, right? In this exothermic reaction, and we have that generally the energy of the reactants is more than the energy of the product, is a 1, and other one is if you will take this activation energy comparison, activation energy of backward reaction is more than the, here it is activation energy of forward reaction. This is a small energy activation energy, this is a larger activation energy, and you can calculate here the enthalpy of the reaction is equals to, you can get that this is in a negative value. So delta H value negative we are getting. Negative we are getting means that is an activation energy of forward reaction minus that is an activation energy of backward reaction. Why? Because backward reaction is more, negative value is more, that's the reason we are getting that here delta H value is negative in this one. Okay, so this is about exothermic reaction. In the same way, we'll write for the endothermic reaction also. In the case of endothermic reaction, and here it is the energy of the reactants, and this one is a product. So this is simply energy barrier EB. This is energy barrier EB, and I will take energy on the y-axis, and the progress of the reaction is on x-axis, and these are the reactants, and this one is simply activation energy for the forward reaction, EA of F, and this one is activation energy for the backward reaction. Okay, so the difference is generally this one is delta H, I can write this is a delta H enthalpy of the reaction. This is for the second one, endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction. In this endothermic reaction, we know that already there is an energy of the reactant is less than there is a energy of the product. Okay, so here energy of the reactant is less than the energy of the product. You can observe that. So energy, this is here smaller energy values. This is going to be larger energy values for the product. Okay, so you find that even in the activation energy comparison also, activation energy for the forward reaction, activation energy of forward is always greater than the here activation energy of backward. And if you find its enthalpy of the reaction delta H is equals to, we'll write down this is the activation energy of here it is the forward minus this is the activation energy of a backward reaction. Okay, so this is overall we'll get this delta H value, because this is a larger value and this is a smaller value, so the delta H value will get as it is a positive value.